except for what? This problem is not in factored form. So what we need to do is put this problem in factored form, correct? OK, so to do that, we replace the y with the 0. And we say, all right, first things first, let's factor this out, right? What do they all have in common? Well, like the first problem that I did today, they all share an x squared. So I factor out an x squared. That leaves me with x squared minus 8x minus 16. Now, can I further factor down that trinomial? Yes, I can. What two numbers multiply to give you negative 18 and then add to give you a negative 8? Yes? When you're factoring out, it's like dividing out, right? Yep. Oh, OK. Thank you. When you're factoring out, it's like dividing out. For instance, if I said 3x minus 6, what do these have in common? You would say a what? 3. So in reality, what you're doing is dividing everything by 3, right? So you're really dividing by x squared. So x squared, x to the 4th divided by x squared is x squared, right? And always check your answer by using multiplication, OK? So yes, that doesn't work when it's negative. It has to be positive, right? So what two numbers multiply to give you 16 that add to give you negative 8? X minus 4. So you could write that as x minus 4 times x minus 4. However, we hopefully have been practicing when you have the same product of the same factor multiplied by itself, we would write that as x squared times x minus 4 squared. Now, is this in factored form, and are all of our factors linear? Yes? If you prefer to write x squared like this, then that's fine as well. Doesn't really matter, but maybe it might help you guys out. But all of my factors are linear. And they now have, all my factors are now raised to a power, correct? That power is 2 and 2. So what does that tell you about the multiplicity? The multiplicity is even for both of them, correct? What does that tell you about the graph? What does the graph do at that power? It bounces, right? So now you just apply the zero product property. I'm just going to do x squared equals 0. X minus 4 squared equals 0. So now I take the square root. X equals 0. Take the square root. Take the square root. X minus 4 equals 0. X equals positive 4. So this has a multiplicity of 2, and this has a multiplicity of 2. Anybody have any questions on that? And that's all you guys had to do. For the other problems in there, you guys just had to